The following is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports and Jeff's live streams.
1:45 to go in double overtime. Back down to Baker. One-timer. Wagner scores! Ball game! Ty Wagner wins it in overtime.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
6.5, and here come the Lions. Bonning drives in. Another nice shot off the glass, put back by Bresky. He'll try again, and on the third chance, he puts it down.
You're seeing that height from Bresky really play a factor in these rebounds and off the glass here early.
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, expert analysis, and top-notch production.
Meyer has it on the right wing up top now to Drinkwine. Pump fake, thought about three, doesn't take it, looks around for some help and gets it to Landon Baker. Baker, pass inside, Meyer on the block. Nice jumper from Talon Meyer. He's got all four for Mayville, cuts the lead back to 8.
On the steal from Judkins, he goes baseline, shovels it underneath, kicked out to Talon Meyer. Meyer spins once, kicks it out here to Promersberger. Hands off to Middlestat on the right wing. He's got a three. Emerson Middlestat starts the game off strong for Mayville, and they lead it at first on the Quest Interiors scoreboard.
Our sponsors include
Hoekstra's Greenhouse, Katie's Log Cabin, Generations Lanes, and Angling Only.
Pino Construction, Verhaeg's Furniture, Schaefer Auto,
Coal Oil and Propane, Witt Services,
Lidkey Lumber, Hoffs of Brownsville, Municipal Well and Pump,
All-Face Heating Cooling Geo, Back in Action, Brock Fleischer, Homestead Realty,
Ergo Bank Lomira, Maxwell Plumbing, Metalcraft of Mayville,
Michaels Corporation, Quest Interiors, Schroffnagel Implements,
Surefire Heating and Cooling, Westfall Printing and Graphics, Bristol Morgan Bank, Marshview Veterinary Clinic, Mayville Savings Bank, Bernard Plumbing, Keller Buildings.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth with Jeff's live stream, providing game day coverage.
Good evening, hockey fans, and we have the 3-6 matchup in Division 4. Ledgers and the Highlanders of Homestead take each other on for the second time in just a few weeks. Last time they met, it was a 5-0 win in the Badgerland Conference Tournament for the Ledgers just a couple Tuesdays ago. Justin Schwartzman alongside Andy Staplefeld here from the Blue Line Family Ice Center. All kinds of stuff to come here on the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show, including the Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview. Fondy Family Dental Dr. Chad and his team will make you smile before, after, and yes, even during your appointment. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk Highlanders after this on Radio Plus.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
AirTech delivers whatever it takes service to take care of you. Bryant and AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac.
Captain Jeremy Brenner says, let's have some fun with Angling Only Guide Service. They're the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter service out of Sheboygan. They're hitting the open water June through Labor Day next year. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. Only $600 weekends and $500 weekdays for up to 6 people. Hey, you're gonna catch fish, no doubt about it. Mention this ad during our high school sports broadcast and save $100. Email them today at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
At Burke, our mission is simple. We want to bring play that moves you to communities around the world. Our skilled team, from welders and CNC operators to illustrators and 3D designers, work together to create places where kids can explore, play, and dream. Want to be a part of something special? Visit burkecareers.com and apply today.
Welcome back here in the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. The 11-13 Highlanders, the 6th seed in Section 4 in Division 2 will take on the 3-seeded St. Mary Springs Ledgers. These two teams met just a few weeks ago. It was a 5-0 win for the Ledgers. There was a couple sicknesses for the Highlanders at that point. They only had one goaltender here, but most likely we will see Charlie Wickman, who's played the majority of games for them. He's got a 401 and 845 save percentage. He's 10-12 on the season. They're led by senior defenseman at 6'4", 190 pounds. Vince Baker, 15 goals, 13 assists, 28 points, alongside Sean Lemke, who's 6'1" and 220, a junior forward who's got 15 goals, 13 assists, and 28 points as well. And then Bryce Morris with 22 points, 9 goals, and 13 assists for him. They are your three big players to watch, alongside Mitch Coburn with 17 points for him so far this season. Big defenseman Luke Lalonde's a guy to watch out for, alongside Nolan McGorthy, guys that are shutdown pair of defensemen. They work very well in a tandem together. You'll see a little bit of Doug Jones on the D side as well for the Highlanders, coached by Anthony Navari. Navari has been there for, I think last time we talked to him, it was 17 years, he said he's been with Homestead, and he loves it. He is a Highlander through and through, and he loves coaching there, and there's his team. He plays the style of team or way that he wants them to play. They're a physical team. They're a big team. You got some big boys on this team. You don't see many guys at 6'4", 6'1", 6'2", 6'3" in high school hockey, especially on the other side for the Ledgers. They're going to be physical, and they're going to play their physical brand of hockey, try to wear down the Ledgers throughout the night. This Highlanders team won their last game of the season against Milton 3-0. So coming in on the right note, getting a win at the end of the season. I know they didn't have the outcome that they probably wanted in the Badgerland tournament. They lost to Fond du Lac in the last game 5-4 or 7-4. It was 5-4 with 2 empty netters. It was kind of a bang thing. It was all over the place. So we'll see what happens to go with this one. We're going to take another quick break. We'll come back on the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. We'll talk Ledgers after this.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Welcome to Hooksha's Market and Greenhouse. Here at Hooksha's Market and Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hooksha's Market and Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
Welcome to Hoff's Quality Meats and Catering, where every cut starts with tradition and cares for your family. Step inside to a display case filled with fresh, marbled beef and pork, farm-fresh chicken, and vibrant sausages. We are more than a meat market. Check out our catering menu, takeout menus, and even our fish fry. From family dinners to weeknight staples, Hoff's offers friendly service and local artistry you can taste. Visit Hoff's today for quality cuts and weekly specials that make every meal a little more delicious. Or call 920-583-3734 to order from our menu.
Welcome back to the St. Mary Springs Ledgers on the Integrity Saw and School Tool pregame show. 14-8-2, number 5 team in Division 2. They're the 3 seed in Section 4. They scored 3.38 goals per game. They give up 275, a 25% power play, and 85% penalty kill. Numbers right there are fantastic in the regular season for them. They're led by Tank Baker, 37 points for him, 17 goals and 20 assists. Preston Flood lead them in assists with 21. He's got 15 goals for 36 points. Ty Wagner with 28 points as well this season. Memphis Young has had quite the back half of the season. He's got a 232 and a 901 save percentage. He has been the rock in the latter part of the season for this Ledgers team. He was really good against Fox Cities in a loss. He was very good on Saturday in a big-time win over Division I opponent Verona to end their season. So that was a huge win for the Ledgers to get themselves ready for the playoffs. Players to watch are Tate Baker, Preston Flood, Ty Wagner, along with Jackson Sobel. You're going to see a kid who puts his body on the line all night long. Physicality and the ability to block shots. It is unbelievable. Jackson Sobel is the kind of guy that I would want as a defenseman on my team because he does all of the little things correctly. What you're going to see out of this Ledgers team, and you're here from Coach Colleen in just a few moments, is the willingness for them. I mean, they're going to block shots. Everything's going to be, they're going to play hockey the right way. They want to be physical. They want to be fast. They want to get pucks north quickly. That's one of their big things. They have smooth skating defensemen that can move the puck quickly to their wingers and their forwards. Another key guy to watch is Porter Gala. Since he's been promoted to that top line, he has 9 points in just 6 games. He has been fantastic. He scored, so he had 2 points coming in before he got moved to that top line, and he was very good against Marquette. He was pretty good against Homestead the first time these two teams met. What you're going to see is a lot of puck movement from the Ledgers, sharing the puck, sharing the wealth. They'll maybe run that trap that they ran the last time. Highlanders tried to trap them as well. We'll see what the physicality ramps up early. Playoff hockey is a whole different animal. After this, Len's Truck Center Student Athlete of the Week, you're going to hear on the Fondley Family Dental Coaches Smile interview. Dr. Chad and his team will make you smile before, after, and yes, even during your appointment. You'll hear Kevin Colleen after this.
Thanks to Len. Each week, Len's Truck Center and Radio Plus Video Sports salute a great Student Athlete of the Week. Congratulations to Fond du Lac's TJ Johnson.
TJ looks for Giesel and TJ Johnson for 3. Yes. And that's a big shot right there. Circle that one down at the 10:05 mark. Shot on the way. TJ Johnson for 3.
The senior scored 23 in a conference victory over Appleton East this past Friday night.
The main thing for the second half was just go crazy, just communicate, do everything that we didn't do the first half, do it better.
Again, TJ Johnson is our Student Athlete of the Week this week from Radio Plus Video Sports and Len's Truck Center.
TJ Johnson will dribble, drive, penetrate, and go, and 1! TJ Johnson again for the Cardinals.
We got the trucks at Len's Truck.
The daydreams of spring begin. Connect with the Auto Show Sale at Holiday and explore all that's new from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Score money-saving offers, get more for your trade, and enjoy Team Holiday's warm and genuine guest care.
We earn the trust of drivers from all over Wisconsin by following through and going the extra mile. It's what we do.
Showtime is go time. Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
Join Ahern and build a better future. Ahern is a mechanical fire protection and fabrication contractor that's been doing business in our community for over 145 years. They're now hiring and typically recruit over 180 positions from across the company. Trades, apprenticeships, office professionals, internships, and much more. Log on to aherncareers.com to learn about the company and the positions they're looking to fill. Build a better future for yourself and your community.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff. Blessed be the president of Marion University right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marion University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marion University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres.
Back here in the Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview. Back here with Coach Kevin Colleen. Coach, welcome back to the show.
Thanks.
Coach, the playoffs are starting and the road to Madison starts tonight as you guys take on a familiar opponent in the Homestead Highlanders. But we'll start with last week. You played Verona last Saturday. What a game it was, a great game out of your goaltender. What did you see out of the group of guys in that one?
Yeah, we played well. You know, maybe a little more hustle. I don't know what it is about the Saturday games where we look a little flat at times, but you know, tonight's not a Saturday game. It's playoffs. Everybody should be all in. But we played well, good team defense, and you know, like to take advantage of a few more opportunities, but you know, they found a way to win, and that's what's important.
Coach, you played the Highlanders just a few weeks ago. We all kind of know how they play, and they're a familiar opponent for you guys, a bigger team, a more physical team. How do you think you guys match up against that style?
Well, I think we match up well against every style if we play our brand of hockey. It's the playoffs now. We know what they're gonna do. Like I said, I just hope it's not a trap game for us, because that 5-0 win doesn't necessarily mean anything at this point. We're able to practice and go over what they do and how to beat it. So hopefully we should be prepared for the style they play.
Coach, for you guys, I think it all starts with your forecheck. I know when your forecheck is rolling, your team looks very good. And with that, you know, different stuff that you guys have ran on the forecheck this year, what have you seen out of that lately?
Yeah, well, when we're getting in there, like Homestead, you'll see we'll probably, I noticed last time they played a few almost an all-out trap against certain lines against us. So if we just adjust to what they're doing and go hard on the forecheck and get first touch, that's when we really put pressure, when we play longer shifts in their zone and don't give them offensive time. So lately it's been pretty good, right? Since the conference tournament down, even before that, we've been playing well with the forecheck, and if we can do that, we'll should give ourselves a good chance to win.
Coach, obviously, you know your section's very tough. You've played the top team in the section throughout this season, and this 3-6 game, you talked about it being a trap game, and the Homestead team that plays in a very good conference, and a team that you guys see at least once a year. For your guys, what's your message to your guys going into the game tonight?
The message is you got to forget about everything we did up to this point and do the things we've talked about the last few days. And to do the extra. If they just do the extra and play our best hockey, that's how we're going to get to the state tournament, right? But it's got to be one shift at a time. Not worrying about the refs. Next shift, mistakes are going to happen. The other team's going hard. I mean, you saw the Fondy game the other night. That was a tight game until they broke it open in the third period. So there's no, you're going to get everybody's best shot. So we got to give our best shot every shift.
Coach, for what would you like to see out of your guys tonight, and to ensure, that you're in the locker room before the game, that preparation, what do you want to see out of them getting ready for tonight's game?
Yeah, well, they should be getting there on time, get their warm-ups. I just want to see the intensity level raised to playoff intensity level because you watch any playoffs, I would expect, right, like the bumps and the hovering to go away. You watch the NHL playoffs, the hits double in the first round. So I want the intensity level to be up to intensity level that the playoffs are going to demand. And I think with our senior group, we should be all right with that. They know what it entails, and they kind of bring everybody along with them.
Coach, how's the health of the team?
Pretty good. You know, it's the end of part of the year where there's a few bumps and bruises, but nothing that's going to hold any of these guys out from playing tonight.
Coach, not to look on past this, but you guys know what you would have if you move on past this Homestead team. Obviously, you know, a very tough section for you guys in Division 2. What's your message to your guys with, you know, the one game at the time mentality? Obviously, that's kind of how it goes in the playoffs, but not looking forward to anything. But you know that if you win, you probably take on McFarland.
Yeah, unless there's an upset, right?
Yep.
And like we just talked about, one game at a time. I know McFarland is a talented team, but that one game at a time, I don't look forward. As soon as we win tonight, that's when I come home and start watching what McFarland's done. I don't get myself in the mind frame of looking forward. So
that's a good mentality, in my opinion. I think we both are very similar about that when we talk about, you know, the hockey style of things like that.
If I start looking at it today, then I'm gonna miss something for tonight. So, that I won't start thinking about that till about hopefully 10 o'clock tonight.
All right, I want to thank you, Coach, for joining us here in the Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm looking forward to seeing you. It'll be a fun time of year. This is what we do it for.
All right, the Ledgers and the Highlanders are coming up after these messages.
Municipal Well and Pump has helped communities and industries keep water running with expert well drilling, pump installation, and dependable maintenance. Our experienced team is committed, quality workmanship, and getting the job done right the very first time. When reliable water matters most, trust the name built on honesty, integrity, and experience. Municipal Well and Pump, delivering water you can depend on.
Just like a great team, National Exchange Bank & Trust knows that success is built on strong relationships and trust. Since 1933, the bank has been locally owned and focused on serving the needs of our community so that our friends and neighbors can live the life they want. Let National Exchange Bank & Trust be your financial teammate for life, because when it comes to your financial goals, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game. Visit nebat.com to learn more.
For nearly 50 years, Pinot Buildings has created the highest quality post-frame buildings. Headquartered in Rosendale, Wisconsin, we proudly serve the Badger State and Illinois. We deliver unparalleled craftsmanship and quality with all the warmth and care you'd expect from a small-town family business. Whether you're planning a large commercial or agricultural project, a barn-dominium, or a smaller personal shop or structure, Pinot Buildings are built for you and designed to last. Connect with us to get started.
Tired of pushy sales tactics? Welcome to Schaefer Auto, where they make buying a vehicle simple, safe, and satisfying. You'll find a sweet selection of pre-owned vehicles for every budget. Each is inspected and backed by a warranty option of your choice. Financing isn't a problem. Get approved online and drive home with confidence. Schaefer Auto has the right ride for you. Visit the lot at 404 Shaler Drive in Waupun and online at schaefer-auto.com. Schaefer Auto, no gimmicks, no pressure, no worries.
Hey, Devontae. Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito and a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please.
You have a golf course in your house?
I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro.
Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Cheaters don't get chicken.
Huh?
Cheaters get no chicken.
I won't give him any.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, They specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today.
Bauer Chiropractic Injury Report. Got pain? See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer. Ledger's healthy. Bumps and bruises at this time of the year, but not hurt. Not banged up just yet. They are healthy enough to be ready to roll into playoff time. For the Highlanders, they're without Jack Weiss, as they have been for the majority of the season. Broke his collarbone earlier in the year. He's done for the year. Islanders could use him. He was an offensive guy, a younger player that was key for them. I know when I talked to Coach Tony Navarre the last time, that was something that he mentioned. He said, that one hurt us a little bit. It was an injury that meant a lot to this team. Our keys to the game built by Pino Construction. Coming up in just a few moments. Another quick break. We'll come back with that on Radio Plus in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, we're honored to have been voted by you to be the best of the best mattress store in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the best in bedding comfort, technology, and support to the Waupun area.
We've partnered with top brands like Tempur-Pedic, Puffy, Scott Living, Sealy, and Nectar to offer you the ultimate sleep experience.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Come shop at Verhaeg's.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care, from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
AirTech delivers whatever it takes service to take care of you. Bryant and AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac.
Captain Jeremy Brenner says, let's have some fun with Angling Only Guide Service. They're the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter service out of Sheboygan. They're hitting the open water June through Labor Day next year. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. Only $600 weekends and $500 weekdays for up to 6 people. Hey, you're gonna catch fish, no doubt about it. Mention this ad during our high school sports broadcast and save $100. Email them today at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com.
Dedication, training, giving 100%. Back in Action proudly supports high school athletes on and off the field. From physical and occupational therapy to pre- and post-orthopedic surgery to work-related and sports injuries, the staff at Back in Action is trained and dedicated to your treatment, recovery, and return to the lifestyle you're looking for. With locations in Fond du Lac, Kewaskum, Mayville, and New Holstein, Back in Action has a one-on-one approach that's second to none. Learn more at backinactionrehab.com.
Our keys to the game built by Pino Construction. For the Highlanders, you got to impose your physicality early on this Ledgers team. Got to use your bigger and your more physical bodies to knock the Ledgers off the puck, get them frustrated early. And Ledgers obviously not a big team in terms of size. They will play physical. They're not going to shy away from the contact. But the Highlanders, that's a bigger part of their game. They should use that for their advantage in this one. For the Ledgers, you got to come out and you got to step on their throats early. Don't give them any hope. You played them earlier in the year. Obviously, you don't want to think about that because this was just a couple weeks ago. It was a 5-0 game, but that doesn't matter. This is a new season. Everybody's going to play differently. The physicality is going to be a little bit stronger. Everything's going to change in what you see in the style of game, the speed of the game. You give an inch, if you're given an inch, you take it, and you're not going to gain a mile. You're not gaining anything. You got to make sure that you stay within yourself in a game like this, in the mentality-wise and physicality-wise. Ride the fence. Don't get high too. Don't get too low. Don't take penalties that are inopportune at bad times. The Sargento Cheese starting lineups coming up in just a few moments. Those were your keys to the game, built by Pino Construction. Turn vision into reality. Justin Schwartzman alongside Andy Staplefelt from the Blue Line Family Ice Center here in the 3-6 matchup in Division II, Section 3 between the Ledgers and the Highlanders.
Got pain? See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer at Bauer Chiropractic. Dr. Bauer can help relieve pain in arthritic knees, reduce or relieve pain from degenerative and herniated lumbar discs in your back. Dr. Bauer's laser treatment relieves pain and inflammation. Works like cortisone without the side effects. Dr. Bauer also offers custom orthotics for proper back posture. Since 1998, this area has trusted the team at Bauer Chiropractic. So if you've got pain, see Shane at Bauer Chiropractic.
Bob's Pizza now has its very own dine-in restaurant. Enjoy a family-friendly atmosphere with a cozy dining room, large game room, beautiful full bar, and even coffee next door from Just Love Coffee. With our expanded menu, your party will have no trouble satisfying the whole family. Delicious, legendary pizza for a legendary city. Bob's Pizza on the Avenue.
Happy fall, y'all. Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Fall is a time for a whole home duct and dryer vent clean. We'll take care of what can't be seen. Removing dust? For us, that's a must. And a reminder, get on a furnace maintenance plan now so your home is clean and cozy this fall and winter. We are your home for the Coleman Equipment brand. Call 920-763-2301, providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
Hey, it's Bucky. If you're lucky, we'll be faster than a Derby from Kentucky.
Okay, let's start with some clouds. Some mountains over there. And finally, a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagle Pizza today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac, making your move and storage of goods simple.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 68 North Main Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, located at 201 South Mars Street. Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. And Matt Helmer, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Sargento Cheese starting lineups. Sargento is looking for manufacturing superstars for general production machine operators and ops quality specialists alongside maintenance pros. General production for $26 an hour with shift premiums for second and third shifts. Visit careers.sargento for more information. Starting lineup for the Highlanders of Homestead. In their road blacks with the ribbon across there. I can never remember. It was the cancer game that they play, and they always have the cancer logo on their black jerseys. It looks fantastic. And Cullen King doing the starting lineups today. Senior defenseman, 6'4", 215 pounds. Luke Lalonde will get the start. The senior defenseman at 6'4", 190 pounds, Vince Baker. And forward, Jack Weiss back in the lineup tonight. Back after coming back from a broken collarbone, so he comes back for the playoffs. It's a big gain for this team. He played 12 games. He had 4 points before he broke his collarbone. We'll see Gabe Farina with Sean Lemke and Charlie Wickman in net. The starting lineups for the St. Mary Springs Ledgers as follows. At defense is senior number 9, Ty Wagner. At defense is junior number 16, Jackson Sobel. At left, at wing, a forward is senior number 26, Porter Gala. On the left wing, a senior number 8, Preston Flood. And at center, a senior number 23, Tate Baker. And in net, the senior number 30, Memphis Young at 6'1", 220 pounds, a 232 and a 901 this season. National anthem coming up. We'll have the Right Way Home Improvement opening face-off after these messages.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondi Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at FondiFamilyDental.com.
Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair is ready for your next project, so be sure to talk to Dave and his experienced staff. You know, from air compressors to chainsaws, excavators, lifts, tools, saws, and so much more. Now, do you have your snowblower tuned up and ready for the upcoming winter season? Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair can do it. Check out their expanded rental lineup, too. Mention the words Radio Rental to get a 10% discount on your next rental. You can find them on Ford Drive on the west side of Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair is a proud Echo and Cub Cadet dealer.
Life is full of milestones, big and small. At Fond du Lac Credit Union, we're proud to be a part of your journey. From landing your first job to moving into your dream home, starting a family, or planning for what's next, We make the money part easy so you can focus on what matters most. Whatever stage you're in, we're right there with you. Fond du Lac Credit Union, here for life and every stage along the way. For more information, visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all.
Right Way Home Improvement opening face-off. From doors and gutters to roofs and siding, Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Kick off your home improvement project today. Contact Right Way Home Improvement for your free estimate. Call 920-929-8999 or visit rightwaybuilt.com. High school sports today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these four Fond du Lac Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Elliston. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Opening face-off between the Ledgers and the Highlanders. Playoff hockey underway in the road to the Bob Suter Ice Arena. Ready to roll. Jack Weiss back in the lineup for the Highlanders. That's a big gain for them come playoff time. Sean Lemke with to the left side of him. To the right side will be Gabe Farina. Lalonde on D with Vince Baker. Left wing, Porter Gala. Center, Tate Baker. Right wing, Preston Flood. Ty Wagner and Jackson Sobel on D. Face-off won by the Highlanders. Jack Weiss, he gives it back to Vince Baker. Chipped into the neutral zone by Jackson Sobel. Gabe Farina gets it over to Sean Lemke. Knocked off the puck by Jackson Sobel. Pitched forward. Here's Baker with a chance. Early. Baker knocked down to his knees and falls down. Him and Lalonde crash hard into the boards. Baker tries to chip it out. Kept in by Preston Flood. Tate Baker forechecks. Flood goes for a change. Lalonde rims it back for Vince Baker. Tied up by Gala. Puck comes to Jack Weiss, who flips it in the neutral zone. Sobel gives it over to Will Stellmacher. Dumps it in on Wickman, who just plays it away. Bouncing puck kind of fooled Wickman a little bit. Baker spins away from the forward check of Stellmacher. Bastian off the bench joins in. Blankenheim gets to the loose puck. Knocks it down with his glove to his hand. Blankenheim has it on the goal line. Walks out, shoots it off the mask of Wickman. Puck chipped just wide off the bar. That one hit the post. Backhand chance from Jaden Bastian off the post. Mitch Coburn dumps it in. No ice. Wagner gets to it first for the Ledgers. Chipped off the glass. Comes through the neutral zone. It'll be Nolan McGurthy to pick it up. McGurthy uses his space and dumps it. Knox Cleveland gets to the puck and gives it over to Heath Brown. Brown off the backboards. Chips it into the neutral zone. Slowly comes to Kyle Miller. Chipped up 2-on-1. Gala and Baker. Gala drops it for Baker. Goes to the net. Baker walks in. Pat save under the stick of Gala on the rebound. Mitch Coburn cleans it up. Chips it into the neutral zone and all the way down. The backspin doesn't matter. It's an ice. With 15:20 to go. Minute 40 into this one. A couple chances for the Ledgers. Shots in their favor. 3-0 so far. This part of the game brought to you by Wisconsin Lighting Lab. Get that reset rolling for you. Face-off won by the Highlanders to the wall and Vince Baker. Jack Weiss pitchforks it a little bit further off the official. It comes to Tate Baker. Baker backhands one in deep. Wickman steers it away into the corner. Baker makes a move around the defender. Gets tied up by Ian Pritzlaff. Pass goes over to Baker. Vince Baker this is, and it finds Gabe Farina. Farina down the right wing. Drops his shoulder and works on Knox Cleveland. Throws it up the wall. Pritzlaff can't hold it on to it. Gets it back and dumps it in. Behind the net, picked up by Heath Brown. Brown to Cleveland. We've seen a lot more of Knox Cleveland as the season has progressed on. Was out for a little while with an appendix. Had a ruptured appendix. Had surgery on that. Flipped all the way down to the blocker side of Wickman. It stops on the back side of the goal line for icing. Both teams elect to change. Blankenheim, Bastian, and Stellmacher with Wagner and Sobel on D. And you'll see Jacob Spaulding out there with Sam Hansen and Charlie Kasmarek. Lalonde and McGurthy on D for the Highlanders. Draw one back by Bastian to Jackson Sobel. Gives it over to Ty Wagner, chips it up for Stelmacher. Stelmacher turned it over, walking in and shooting in a pad save. Spalding had a chance there, and nice stop from Memphis Young. Blankenheim can't chip it out. This Highlanders team getting physical. It's Blankenheim, backhands it further, finds Stelmacher in the neutral zone. Stelmacher knocked off the puck by Lalonde. Lalonde goes down. Puck comes up on the wall to Charlie Kasmerick. Cross ice pass to Jacob Spalding. Wagner spins away from him. Here he comes, knocked down. And a penalty coming. Ledgers to the power play. Memphis Young to the bench. Whistle blows. 14:01 to go in this first period. An early tripping penalty sends the Ledgers power play, which clicks at 25% in the regular season, to work here. It's going to go on Jacob Spalding for tripping. Just got his stick underneath the skates of Ty Wagner. 2 minutes and 59 seconds into this one. It's Spalding for tripping. Baker wins the draw to the wall. It comes up top to Wagner from Flood. Back to Flood. Flood gives it over to Wagner. Gets it right back. Throws it back door to Baker underneath the stick. Spalding goes off for tripping. Pass goes underneath the stick of Ty Wagner. It comes into the neutral zone. Wagner sets up the regroup and brings it in. The 1-3 trap on the penalty kill in the neutral zone from the Highlanders. Sobel leaves it go for Tate Baker up top. Minute and a half to go in the power play. Baker fanned on it. Throws it across ice. Good stick by Vince Baker. Puck knocked back by Bryce Boris. It's rimmed around. Doug Jones gets it a loose puck and backhands it all the way down. Lalonde and Jones go for a change. Baker stays. McGurthy out there with Jack Weiss and Bryce Boris, along with Vince Baker on the penalty kill. A minute to go in the power play. Here comes Preston Flood. Flood works all the way around. Brings it up top to Ty Wagner. Wagner walks the line, fires a shot. Sticked away by Wickman. 55 seconds to go in the power play. Flood cross ice to Baker, who walks in, shoots it just wide. It comes out all the way down. Ledger's top unit stays out. They won't send the second unit. Flood wants a change. Baron Boca's going to come, and Jaden Bastian for Jackson Sobel. Here's Wagner with speed. Wagner cuts to the outside. 35 seconds to go in the power play. Ty Wagner drops it up top for Baron Boca. Back to Ty Wagner. Underneath the stick. Kyle Miller tries to fire it all the way down. It went off the stick of Baron Boca. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Urban going to hound Ty Wagner. Pass drop for Will Stelmacher. Here comes Stelmacher with speed. Stelmacher down the outside. Dances around the player. Poked off his stick by Vince Baker. Chipped all the way down by the Highlanders. Nice play by Kyle Miller to get a piece of it and get it all the way through. Power play ends there. Out of the box is Jacob Spalding. Here comes Jaden Bastian now. Bastian down the outside, drops it for Jackson Sobel. Couldn't handle the pass. Miller clears it to the corner. Miller rims it all the way around, setting up the breakout for Jacob Spalding. Boca pokes it away from him. Spalding pitchforks it into the neutral zone. Blankenheim and Spalding connect. Puck comes to Preston Flood and backhands it to Blankenheim. Blankenheim chips it off the glass. It comes into the neutral zone and dumped back by Ian Pritzlaff. Knocked down by the stick of Blankenheim. They throw it wide of Memphis Young. Heath Brown gets to it. Flipped into the neutral zone. Pritzlaff brings it in. Pritzlaff walks in, shoots, pad save Young. Coburn tries to get to the rebound. He does. Rims it back behind the net. Sam Hansen goes after it. Drops it down for Bryce Boris. Boris and Baker collide. Hansen back up top to Ian Pritzlaff. Dumps it in. Bryce Boris tied up by Heath Brown. Boris gets back to the puck and throws it right back to Pritzlaff up top. Blocked by Gala. Gala tries to chip it out. Chips it right into Mitch Coburn. Loose puck comes to Jackson Sobel with 10:55 to go in the first and fires it all the way down. He wanted an ice and a change. Highlanders applying the pressure on the forecheck. Ledger's not able to get any really quality chances on the power play. One shot from Ty Wagner from long range. Nice Highlanders crowd tonight. They have came out and supported their team up here in Fond du Lac. About an hour drive probably. Maybe a little bit over, hour 15. Backhander stopped by Memphis Young, and he holds on. Face-off one back by the Highlanders again. Weiss won it back. Shot coming from Baker off some shin pads and wide. Jaden Bastian chips it out. Kyle Miller throws it back up the wall. Blankenheim tries to knock it through him. They chip it for Lemke and gives it over to Gabe Farina and turns it over to Logan Blankenheim. Backhands it in deep. Blankenheim gives chase. It's Vince Baker now. Him and Bastian forechecking. In reverse play to Jack Weiss and up the wall to Sean Lemke. Nice pass to Vince Baker. The puck movement right now on the Highlanders breakout has been fantastic. 3-on-2 the other way. Baker dances around the defender, fires a shot, loose in front. Nice stop from Young. Miller shoots one, blocked by Bastian. Cleveland tries to get it out. Goes underneath the stick of Kyle Miller and all the way down. It's icing. Highlanders applying the pressure here in this one. Shots 5-4 in favor of the Highlanders right now. Draw one back. Mitch Coburn won it back. It was placed by Boris. Tipped. Blocked by Baker. Flood finds Baker in his skates. Couldn't hold on to the pass. McGurthy picks it off. McGurthy throws it into the skates of Preston Flood. It comes back to Jackson Sobel in the regroup with Heath Brown. Brown with the board pass to Flood. Chips it in deep. Coburn is back and throws it up the wall. Off the stick of Jacob Spaulding. Spaulding going to get to this puck. Him and Jackson Sobel. Actually, it's Nate Urban there. Baker dances around the check of Lalonde. 2-on-1 with him and Flood. Baker walks in, shoots. Pad save by Wickman. Good rebound control. He kicked it into the middle of the slot away from Preston Flood. Gala and Coburn tie up. Heath Brown in the neutral zone gives it over to Jackson Sobel now. Sobel gains the red. Lost it in his skates and it's fired all the way down. It'll go to Memphis Young, so he'll have to play it. And he sticks it over. Wagner finds Sobel. Both teams go for a change. It's Baron Boca now with Alex Smizek and BJ Boca. Puck loose. Kyle Miller's got to get to it. Smizek couldn't get there in time. It's Spaulding now, dancing around the check of Baron Boca. 3-on-3 the other way. Spaulding gets bumped off the puck, throws it cross corner. Chipped up by Charlie Kasmarek to Vince Baker. Dumped back below the goal line to Sam Hansen. Hansen throws one to the point. Miller can't keep it into the line. Miller will get back to it in his own zone. Drops it down for Vince Baker. 8.5 to go in this first period. Halfway point. Shot 6-4 in favor of the Ledgers. It's been back and forth. Baker with speed through the neutral zone. Vince Baker tied up. It's knocked off the puck by Wagner. Him and Wagner still battling for it. It's Hansen now. Throwing it off the wall. Smizek going to get to the loose puck. Miller chips it in deep. Ledgers can't get it out of the zone. The forecheck from the Highlanders is all over. Miller throws one off the pads of Memphis Young. Cleveland rims it around for Alex Smizek. Smizek gets tied up by Lemke. Charlie Kasmarek in there. Kasmarek stiff-lifted by Cleveland. Here comes Cleveland now. Cleveland can't get it out. Knocked off the puck. Thrown towards the net. Sticked away by Memphis Young. Ledger's got to get it out. It's flipped out by Ty Wagner. High stick. And it was a high stick, but I think we're going to see interference on the Ledgers. Yep. BJ Boca going to go off. So both number 5s have taken a penalty earlier. The first one was on Jacob Spaulding. Highlanders power play at 20.5%. Will go to work. First power play of the postseason for them, obviously. Shot 6-6. BJ Boca goes off at the 9:12 mark for interference. Highlanders throw one towards the net to start. Puck rimmed around. It's Heath Brown who just pitchforks it along and all the way down off of Vince Baker. Tate Baker gets to the loose puck. Sends it back for Preston Flood. Flood chips it into space to Heath Brown. They'll kill some more time. Brown throws it up for Flood, who chips it in deep. Ledgers have killed 30 seconds off this penalty already. On good job penalty killing. Just good puck movement by the Ledgers. Here comes Vince Baker now. Shoots it, pad save. Rebound, Weiss pitchforked it wide. Comes to Stelmacher, who flips it into the neutral zone. Stelmacher going to race for the loose puck with Kyle Miller. Miller's going to pick up an interference penalty. That'll negate the power play with 1:11 to go on it. Miller's going to go off for interference at the 10:01 mark. 4-on-4 for a minute and 11 seconds. It'll be a brief 49-second power play for the Ledgers. That one was a questionable one. 0-0 it leads on that Quest Interior scoreboard. 7-6 are the shots in favor of the Highlanders. Gabe Farina gets booted out of the faceoff. Nate Urban comes to take it. Baker wins it back to Wagner. Wagner shoots it. It was blocked by Gabe Farina. Loose puck comes to Nate Urban. Urban in a 2-on-2 with Farina. Cuts down the right wing. Stops up on the half wall. Poked off his stick by Preston Flood. Him and Wagner battle for the puck. Farina comes out on the goal line. Blocked by Brown. Heath Brown got a piece of it. Lalonde tied up. Brown comes away with the loose puck. Spinning away from Nate Urban. This has been a physical contest early. Baker gets it to Flood. Shot into the blocker of Wickman into the netting. Thought the Highlanders thought it was offsides. Looked like Tate Baker on that far side drug his back foot. Face-off coming to the blocker side of Charlie Wickman in his defensive zone. Jaden Bastian and Blankenheim with Wagner and Sobel. Jack Weiss out there for the Highlanders with Vince Baker, Sean Lemke, and Luke Lalonde. Here comes Vince Baker now. Baker down the wing. 25 seconds to go into BJ Boca Minor for interference. A brief power play for the Ledgers coming. Lalonde up top. Drops it down to Jack Weiss. Back to Baker. Couldn't get all of the one-timer on the offhand. Fired it into his feet. 10 seconds to go on the penalty to Boca. It's Miller. Or it's Weiss up top. Baker throws one wide of the net. Lalonde keeps it in at the point. Lalonde walks the line, drops it down. Poked away by Bastian and gets it over to Wagner. Penalty over. Puck goes off the backboards weirdly and comes to Jaden Bastian. Ledger's got numbers the other way on the power play. Drop it for Flood. Toe drag. Shot. Blocked in front. Loose. Chipped out. Kept in by Wagner. Long range shot. Tipped in front. Rebound. Wickman with a nice stop. Went off of Flood. Pass in front to Blankenheim. Couldn't hold on to it. And the Highlanders clear. Memphis Young holds on to it and gives it over to Jackson Sobel. What a stop from Charlie Wickman. That one thrown off the wall. And fired all the way down. It's icing with 13 seconds to go in this mini power play, and the penalty to Kyle Miller for interference, and they're going to send him out. Sam Hansen out there with Bryce Boris. Nolan McGurthy on D with Ian Pritzlaff. Porter Gala's line comes out with Sobel and Heath Brown on D. Boris wins the draw forward. Sobel gives it over to Heath Brown now. 7 seconds to go in the power play. Brown going to take his time and space and give it over to Gala. Gala fires it cross corner. Boris claps it all the way down and went off the stick. Fresh out of the box is Kyle Miller. Brown gets the pass from Memphis Young. Finds Tate Baker now. Baker flips it up for Porter Gala. Gains the red, dumps it in off the skates of Ian Pritzlaff. Pritzlaff turns it over. Here's Baker. Dances around the check. Baker walks in, shoots. Bar down. Tate Baker. It's 1-0 Ledgers. Ripped it home. 1-0 it reads on the Quest Interior scoreboard. The hounding on the forecheck from Porter Gala makes it 1-0 Ledgers. Baker ripped it over the glove hand side of Charlie Wickman. It went bar down. He never saw it. I think he was screened. Baker picks up his first of the playoffs. Ledgers with 4:40 to go in this. Draw one back by Jack Weiss. The 12:20 mark, the Ledgers take the lead. Here comes Ty Wagner with speed. Poked off his stick by Vince Baker. Good surf from him. What you're seeing out of this Highlanders team is a trap. Ledgers not having a ton of space. When they get in the neutral zone, the Highlanders are trapping, not giving them anything, making them dump the puck and have to go and get it. Chipped in by Stelmacher. He goes for a change. They reverse the play to Kyle Miller, who gives it up to Bryce Boris on the breakout. Boris gains the red, fires it off a flood. It comes to Farina. It's dumped in deep. They say it's unassisted. They won't give it to Jack Weiss. Throws it up top. Loose in front. Paddle save by Memphis Young. Weiss now with a shot. Blocker save Young. Highlanders applying the pressure. Brown clears it all the way down and wants an icing. So it's Baker unassisted. He gets the first one of the playoffs for the Ledgers. Nice student section for the Ledgers here, but a big crowd for the Highlanders tonight. They have traveled quite well to Fond du Lac in this one. A couple of the Fondy Cardinals players sitting and watching the game. They will take on De Pere tomorrow night here on Radio Plus as well. Jeff and me on the call for that one. Cleveland pokes it away. Loose in front. Backhander. Young makes the save. Sobel rims it up. Kept in at the line. McGurthy holds the line and then put it out on himself. Numbers the other way. Here comes Preston Flood. Cuts to the outside. Shoots one. Whitman has it go through the 5-hole. Preston Flood from long range. It's 2-0. A weird one beats Charlie Wickman. It's 2-0 Ledgers on the Quest Interior scoreboard. I said it in the last game. Pucks to the net are a big thing in the playoffs. You never know when one's going to squeak through. It happened the other night in the Fondy game. It was a dump that bounced in on the Beaver Dam goaltender, John Gould. It happened tonight. It's 2-0. A weird one from the blue line from Preston Flood. Fooled Charlie Wickman. Went off the inside of his pad at the 13:34 mark. It's Preston Flood making it 2-0. Pass down to Ty Wagner behind the net. Tries to reverse it. 2-1-2 forecheck here from the Highlanders, and it's very aggressive. Pass thrown off the glass. Comes to Blankenheim. 3-on-2 the other way. Blankenheim cuts all the way across the ice. He drops it. Finds Will Stelmacher. Stelmacher pitchforks it below the goal line to Blankenheim. They cycle it down low. Bastian chips it further. Stelmacher makes his way back into the neutral zone. Baker throws a cross-ice pass right on the tape of Charlie Kasmarek. Kasmarek gives it over to Sam Hansen. It was turned over to Ty Wagner. Bastian, reverse hit on Charlie Kasmarek and a cross-ice pass to Stelmacher. Stelmacher doesn't gain the red, and he fires it all the way down. He had to take one more stride and fires it down for an icing. 2:32 to go in this first period. Shots 10-9 in favor of the Ledgers. They lead 2-0 on an absolute snipe from Tate Baker and a weird one from Preston Flood through the 5-hole. Puck won on the faceoff by Weiss, but he kicked it loose, and it comes to Preston Flood. Flood turns it over to Vince Baker. Drops it back up top. It comes to Porter Gala then. Gala tied up along the wall. Kept in by Jackson Sobel in his skates. Vince Baker gets to the loose puck, and he'll regroup and chip it in the middle of the ice onto the tape of Gabe Farina. Knocked off the puck by the Ledgers. It comes to Luke Lalonde. Poked further by Preston Flood. It's Jack Weiss trying to reset for the Highlanders and set something up in the neutral zone regroup. Weiss in the middle of the ice to Sean Lemke. Lemke didn't get all of it. It comes to Heath Brown with 1:55 to go in the first. Brown throws it all the way down. Nobody there. It's an ice with 1:52 to go. This part of the game brought to you by the Michaels Corporation. Thank you to everything they do, sponsoring games here on Radio Plus in periods and quarters on basketball and hockey. After this, you'll hear the Holiday Automotive Intermission Report in just a few moments. Draw one back to Luke Lalonde. Shot blocked by Blankenheim. Boris fires one. Pad save. Young holds on and covers. Physical play in front of the net. Ramping up a little bit. Sobel getting into it with Mitch Coburn. Stelmacher getting in there as well. It's been a good first period of playoff style hockey. Physical, tight checking. Draw one over to the wall. Chipped out by Heath Brown. It's going to come to Stelmacher. Stelmacher has got Blankenheim streaking down the middle of the ice. Shoots one into the chest of Wickman, and he holds on with 1:38 to go in the first. Islanders get a forward change. The Jack Weiss line coming out there. Weiss out there with Gabe Farina and Sean Lemke. Luke Lalonde on D with Nolan McGurthy. Knocks Cleveland out there with Ty Wagner, Logan Blankenheim, Jaden Bastian, and Will Stelmacher for the Ledgers. Draw one over. Stelmacher up top to Wagner. Dumps it below the goal line. Him and Bastian bump each other. Cleveland steps in. Numbers the other way, 2-on-2 now. Stelmacher and Jack Weiss dropped it. Lemke. Nice back check from Bastian. Gabe Farina tied up by Jaden Bastian. Knocks Cleveland, gets to the puck. Flips it into the neutral zone. That one's not going to have the juice. McGurthy's going to have to get back for it. 1:10 to go in the first. Here's Nolan McGurthy in his own zone. Gives it up for Jack Weiss, who just chips it in. Cleveland stops up. Gives it down for Ty Wagner. Wagner sends it down back for Knox Cleveland. Cleveland chips it up the wall. It comes to Preston Flood. It goes off the official. Flood gets it, though. Hounded by the forecheck of Jacob Spaulding. Baker makes a nice move. Nice play by Jack Weiss to get a piece of him. Baker chips it into space. Here comes Tate Baker with speed. Him and Vince Baker race. Long range shot off the blocker of Wickman. Gala steps in to keep it in. Drops it down. Good physical play there from the Highlanders again. Here they come the other way. Spaulding into Wagner. Turns it over to Flood. Flood flips it up for Baker over his stick. McGurthy gives it over to Vince Baker now. 17 seconds to go in the period. Baker with a rush down the left wing. Throws one out in front. Went off the outside of the net. 10 seconds to go. Chipped out. Kyle Miller picks it up in the neutral zone. Maybe one last rush for the Highlanders. Miller chips it in deep. Wagner probably going to tie it up. He'll give it over to Jackson Sobel, who will hold it up against the wall. 2 seconds and one. We head to the second, or the first intermission. It's 2-0. A pair of goals from the Ledger's top line makes it 2-0. Quit. Holiday Automotive intermission report coming up after this.
Student athletes.
Welcome to Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse. Here at Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
Let the daydreams of spring begin. Connect with the Auto Show Sale at Holiday and explore all that's new from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Score money-saving offers, get more for your trade, and enjoy Team Holiday's warm and genuine guest care.
We earn the trust of drivers from all over Wisconsin by following through and going the extra mile. It's what we do.
Showtime is go time. Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
So my name is Dave Hopper, and I've been with Hoppers for 35 years. My parents worked here, I work here, my son works here, my wife works here, so it's family. But I also look at the employees that we have today, and we have two that have over 25 years of employment here with us. So they are family. When we hire somebody new, I don't look at them as just an employee. They're part of our family, and that's what we strive for.
FBS Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank, banking made personal.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Join Ahern and build a better future. Ahern is a mechanical fire protection and fabrication contractor that's been doing business in our community for over 145 years. They're now hiring and typically recruit over 180 positions from across the company. Trades, apprenticeships, office professionals, internships, and much more. Log on to aherncareers.com to learn about the company and the positions they're looking to fill. Build a better future for yourself and your community.
King Manufacturing. Since 1926, we have been known for our first-class buildings and canopies. In fact, there are thousands of them in use across America and in the Caribbean. We have also produced and developed many other steel products for use in retail, commercial, and industrial applications, such as building fascia, loading racks, wall panel systems, and much more. Our design record attests to our dedication to quality and customer satisfaction. King Manufacturing, from design to completion.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Holiday Automotive Intermission Report. Holiday Automotive is worth the trip. Here in the first intermission, it's 2-0 Ledgers. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about in that first period. 11 of 13 went Charlie Wickman in net. 10 of 10 went Memphis Young in that first period. I actually thought the Highlanders played a very good first period comparatively to the last time these two teams played. It was a 5-0 win for the Ledgers. The Highlanders kind of really controlled the play for a little while in that period. The Ledgers picked up a couple odd man rush goals and off their forecheck on the one. The 2:59 mark in the period, it was a tripping penalty that went on Jacob Spaulding. Nothing came out of the power play for the Ledgers. And then at the 9:20 mark, it was a tripping penalty, interference penalty on B.J. Boca. And then just a little bit later, it was a interference penalty on Kyle Millard in the game. The rest of that power play. Then at the 12:20 mark, the ice was broken by Tank Baker unassisted, but it was a great forecheck from Porter Gowell that the puck came loose. Baker cut into the middle of the ice and ripped it bar down and made it 1-0. And then at the 13:34 mark, just a minute and a half later, it was Preston Flood ripping one from the top of the zone through the legs of Charlie Wickman. It hit his pad and found its way home. It fooled him. It was a long-range wrister through some bodies on a 1-on-3 or a 1-on-2. I mean, it looked like an uneventful play that Wickman gets beat on. That's how we stand at 2-0 in favor of the Ledgers here right before the second period. I thought in that one, the Highlanders controlled a lot of that period. The physicality for them was very noticeable. I didn't think it was quite as noticeable. Andy mentioned it before the game, the first time these two teams met, but it was very noticeable. And that one, the Ledgers ramped up their physicality as well. They're trying to get into that pace of play. I think they were kind of shocked at how hot that Homestead came out in the physicality department. They did not expect that. Now they're settled into the game. You got a 2-0 lead. There's no stopping now. You got to keep your foot on the gas. I mean, Highlanders have had their chances. Memphis Young has made a couple nice saves in net. He's no rebounds from him. He's holding on to everything. He's looked very good as of late. He's looked very good to start tonight as well. Second period coming up. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back to talk keys to the second period after this on Radio Plus in cooperation with Jeff Slide.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we have the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff. Blessed be the president of Marian University right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marian University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marian University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres!
You've dreamt of the kind of home you want to live in for years. Now is the time to turn that dream into a reality. Quest Interiors has you covered with flooring, cabinetry, and countertops all in one place. From kitchens and bathrooms to family and bedrooms, bring your vision to life with professional installation. Visit our showrooms in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
Municipal Well and Pump has helped communities and industries keep water running with expert well drilling, pump installation, and dependable maintenance. Our experienced team is committed, quality workmanship, and getting the job done right the very first time. When reliable water matters most, trust the name built on honesty, integrity, and experience. Municipal Well and Pump, delivering water you can depend on.
At Musa Sheet Metal, they spend generations building a better everyday life. They don't just build panels, they build a legacy. They're growing, innovating, and pushing the limits again with their brand new 24-gauge stocked steel line. Musa colors created by the Musa team, 25 bold choices ready to go, delivering the best solutions in architectural sheet metal. Say hi to the Musa apprentices. They're your neighbors, your classmates, and the future of the industry. Musa Sheet Metal, revolutionizing steel, building the future.
Just like a great team, National Exchange Bank and Trust knows that success is built on strong relationships and trust. Since 1933, the bank has been locally owned and focused on serving the needs of our community so that our friends and neighbors can live the life they want. Let National Exchange Bank and Trust be your financial teammate for life, because when it comes to your financial goals, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game. Visit nebat.com to learn more.
Are you or a loved one? All while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. Visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Tired of pushy sales tactics? Welcome to Schaefer Auto, where they make buying a vehicle simple, safe, and satisfying. You'll find a sweet selection of pre-owned vehicles for every budget. Each is inspected and backed by a warranty option of your choice. Financing isn't a problem. Get approved online and drive home with confidence. Schaefer Auto has the right ride for you. Visit the lot at 404 Shaler Drive in Waupun and online at schaefer-auto.com. Schaefer Auto, no gimmicks, no pressure, no worries.
Intermission report brought to you by Holiday Automotive. Worth the trip. In that period, we saw how the Highlanders forecheck could hound that Ledger's decor. Need to see more of that, but they got to get more pucks and bodies to the net once they turn the puck over on the forecheck. They have not been able to get a lot of stuff through towards the net of Memphis Young. The defense and the center core from the Ledgers doing a great job holding the Highlanders to the outside, not letting them penetrate the middle of the ice. Now, for the Ledgers on the flip side, you got to get the puck north a little bit quicker. It's got to get out of your zone a little bit faster. Puck's got to get moving north-south a little bit faster than east-west. Get going north so you can get stuff rolling and get, the offense clicking in that offensive zone, get some in-zone offense time, some cycling, because the Highlanders, their decor has done a great job. Vince Baker has gotten the puck out used his legs multiple times. Lalonde's done a great job. Kyle Miller's been mentioned a couple times tonight. I think the Highlanders' decor is deep. They move the puck really well. They're good skating, smooth skating, taller defensemen, and they block a ton of shots, and they have to. Charlie Wickman gave up a real weak one in that first period, which made it 2-0, and the first one by Baker is a great shot, but got to find a way. If you're the Highlanders here, you got to pop one early, because if it gets to 3-0, 4-0, it's going to get out of hand. It's going to get out of hand quickly. You need that first one to start this second period. You need one right away, whether it comes from your defenseman and your leader in Vince Baker, or it comes from Sean Lemke. Jack Weiss has looked very good coming off of injury. He's looked good tonight so far. Another guy that you would like to see get into the mix a little bit more for this Highlanders team. Just a few moments to go before we start the second period. That part of the game will be brought to you by the Michaels Corporation. This has been the Holiday Automotive Intermission Report with Justin Schwartzmiller alongside Andy Staplefelt on Radio Plus. Back after this.
Walk right in. That's the laid-back feeling you have when you work with the Roush Insurance Agency in Fond du Lac. Their agents are dedicated to putting your mind at ease when you make your insurance decisions. They live, work, and play here, and will make sure that they are there at the time of need for their clients and families. Visit RoushINS.com for more information or walk right in. 770 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. The Roush Insurance Agency, your hometown insurance team for over 30 years.
It's more than just a job. It truly is a family. They value you, great pay, great benefits. They definitely care about setting people up for success in their retirement years. I don't see a reason to want to leave.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. Their design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Hey, Devontae. Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito and a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please. You have a golf course in your house? I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro.
Where did it go? Where did it go?
Oh, there it is. Cheaters don't get chicken. Huh? Cheaters get no chicken.
I won't give him any.
Looking for a reliable...
High School Sports Today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these four Fond du Lac Edward Jones Financial Advisors: Jeff Wills, Matt Moses, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. We'll start this second period. Left to right on your screen for the Ledgers, right to left for the Homestead Highlanders. If you want to know directions at home, it's more like southeast to northeast, or northwest for the Ledgers, and northwest to southeast for the Highlanders, the way the rink sits. Top lines to start. It'll be Jack Weiss to take the face-off against Tate Baker the same way we started the game. Brooke Anderson, the linesman, will drop the puck. We are ready to roll for the second period. 2-0 it reads on that Quest Interior scoreboard. This time it's one over to the wall. It's picked up by Lalonde. He gains the red, dumps it in deep, and the Highlanders give chase. Wagner gets it to it for the Ledgers. Chips it through Sean Lemke. Tied up by Farina on the wall is Preston Flood. It comes to Ty Wagner. Here he comes in space. Wagner down the right wing. He's got speed and time. Throws one towards the net. Wide of Charlie Wickman. Comes to the left point. Kept in by Jackson Sobel. Barely at the line. It was dumped out. And they say it was offsides. Put forth further by Jack Weiss. Flood gets to it and rims it around. Baker picks it up in the neutral zone. Vince Baker sets up the regroup for the Highlander. Gives it over to his defense partner in Luke Lalonde. Lalonde cross ice to nobody. It'll say no ice as he gained the red. Nope, they won't say it. Brooke Anderson calls it an ice. He didn't think that. Coach Navari wants an explanation, and he's probably right because it was waved off on that far side. He's scratching his head. I don't think anybody's going to give him the explanation. He was waving off the offsides. That's what he was waving. And Navari's perfectly okay with it. Not a guy that's going to argue too much about calls is Coach Tony Navari. 43 seconds into this period. It's 2-0. Pass out in front. Jaden Bastian drops it for Blankenheim. Back up top to Brown. Brown keeps it in. Gets it to Blankenheim on the wall. Dumps it in deep. Miller ties up Bastian. Puck. Vince Baker picks up the loose puck. Knocked down by Stelmacher. Baker and Stelmacher battle. Baker comes away with it. Chips it forward for Nate Urban. Urban cross ice to Bryce Boris. Streaking through. Boris walks in. Poked away. Coburn shoots into the chest of Memphis Young. And he holds on. Memphis Young out and challenging high at the crease. Mitch Coburn had Vince Baker wide open on the back door and didn't see him. Ledgers getting lucky there with just 1:11 into this second period. Mitch Coburn to take the draw with Bryce Boris on his wing alongside Nate Urban. Up top is Lalonde and McGurthy on D. Baker's line comes back out. It's one over to the wall to Nate Urban. Up top to Nolan McGurthy. McGurthy throws it off the skates of Porter Gala and into the netting. A whistle blows. Just 6 seconds tick off the clock. .42 to go in the second period. Draw one back to Wagner. He rims it around. Flood will pick it up as it slowly comes off the wall. Cross ice for Tate Baker. Gala comes in off sides. Nobody saw it. Big hit by Baker. He knocked down Nate Urban. Cross ice pass for Lalonde. Poked away by Porter Gala. Gala turns it over. Here's Baker now. Walks in, shoots it. Blocker saved by Wickman. Through the screen again. Wagner can't keep it in at the line. He throws it over to Heath Brown. Brown gains the red. Dumps it in to the far corner. Comes off the wall. Flood going to get there first for the Ledgers. Flood tied up along the wall. Kicks it up to Baker. Baker battles along the wall. Comes away with it. Here comes Tate Baker now. Baker gets high stuck. No call coming. Here comes Luke Lalonde out of the zone. Lalonde gains the red. Gives it over to Nate Urban. Urban turns it over to Flood. Flood the other way. Chips it in deep and he'll go for a change. High off the glass. The Blankenheim line comes out. Blankenheim forechecks and bodies Nolan McGurthy. That's two big guys colliding right there. Logan Blankenheim, just a sophomore, but he's 6'1", 205, every bit of it. Big body kid. McGurthy turns it over. Bastian got Blankenheim out in front. Couldn't get through the stick of Luke Lalonde. Lalonde and McGurthy have been out there forever defensively for this Highlanders team. Urban will hop off and get a change. Pass comes to Bastian. The Ledgers hounding the Highlanders early in this second period. McGurthy chips it off the wall. Spalding gets to it. Brings it up the wall, bumped off the puck. Sobel stops up. It comes to Blankenheim. 2-on-3 with him and Jackson Sobel. Blankenheim throws a long-range shot. Wickman struggles with it, gets the rebound, and holds on. Charlie Wickman is fighting the puck early. I think that would be an understatement at this moment. Shots 15-11, 2-1 in this period so far in favor of the Ledgers. Face off to the glove hand side of Wickman. Draw one back by Sam Hansen. He gets the puck right back. It comes to Jacob Spalding now. Spalding turns it over to Wagner in the neutral zone. Throws it right back into Sam Hansen. Wagner gets it back. Looks around. Cross ice pass. Knocked down by the stick of Charlie Kasmarek. Ian Pritzlaff steps up and throws it up. Kasmarek dumps it in all the way around. Spalding goes for a change. Wagner picks it up in his own zone. Tries to set up the breakout. He rims it up the wall for Preston Flood. Flood looks for some time and space. Flips it up to Wagner. Lemke steps up on him. Dumps it back in, but right to Preston Flood. Flood dances around Sean Lemke. Here he comes down the right wing. Preston Flood throws a shot just wide of the post on the far side. Sobel finds Wagner. Offsides. Flood didn't get back in time. With 13-14 to go in the second period. This part of the game, once again, brought to you by the Michaels Corporation. It's about ready. Next part of the game will be brought to you by Aurora Healthcare. We'll make sure we get through all of those live ad reads today. Face off at center ice now is where the pass came from. It'll be Jaden Bastian to take it against Jack Weiss of the Highlanders. Weiss wins it back. Pritzlaff gives it over to Vince Baker. Baker throws it right to Lemke. Lemke throws it off the skates of Farina, and Farina comes in offsides. Farina looked like I wasn't offsides, but it was on the far side, and it was Jack Weiss, and he taps his chest. It was me. Weiss wins about draw back to Vince Baker. Baker gets it inside the blue line, dances around the check of Wagner, walks in. Shot was blocked by Jackson Sobel. Puck rimmed around. Lemke got a piece of it. It comes into the neutral zone. Him and Stelmacher battle for it. Stelmacher going to get a penalty here for slashing. Stelmacher going to go off for slashing. Ledgers to the penalty kill. 2-0 lead. This 20% Highlanders power play goes back to work. Jack Weiss will take the draw against Tate Baker. It's been a good battle in the face-off circle tonight between both of them. Baker wins it. Wagner rims it up the wall. Baker keeps it at the line. Down to Jack Weiss. Cross ice pass. It was tipped by Preston Flood. Lemke Hounded by Brown, dumps it below the goal line. Wagner ties up Bryce Boris. Boris pitchforks it away from him. Wagner gets to it, throws it cross ice all the way down. Wickman's got to come out and play. Jack Weiss going to race back for it as Preston Flood tries to go and charge at Charlie Wickman. Puck comes up the wall. Chipped further. Nice play by Jack Weiss to find Bryce Boris. 3-on-3 the other way. Boris throws a shot off a stick. It bounced just wide. It's Kyle Miller at the blue line. Miller dumps it down. Gets laid out by Heath Brown. Boris behind the goal line. Now behind the net, throws it up to Lemke. Lemke with a shot from the circle. Glove save Young, and he holds on. Memphis Young with a nice stop with 11:56 to go in this second period. Who do you trust with your family's health? For aches and pains, physicals, and sports injuries, Fond du Lac families choose Aurora Healthcare and Dr. Marsha Rutherford, a family medicine specialist. Dr. Rutherford is your go-to for keeping your family healthy. Nice stop from Young there. Go to aurora.org/doctors for more information. Gala gets to the loose puck. Nice forecheck on the penalty kill for the Ledgers here. Boca steps in, pokes it away from the defender. Tying him up and killing some more time. Lalonde pulls it away. Lalonde cross ice onto the tape of Mitch Coburn. Coburn down the left wing, stops up. And offsides coming in a half a second early. Brooke Anderson makes the call. Stelmacher wants to know where he's going. Top line for the Ledgers. Top penalty kill unit of Baker and Flood. Back out there as Boca and Gala kill some more time. Weiss will take the draw, and Baker just claps it forward. Down to 35 seconds to go in the power play. It's Sean Lemke setting up the breakout. Gives it over to Kyle Miller. Miller onto the stick of Vince Baker, who just chipped it for Boris and gives it right back to him. Baker with speed down the outside. Throws one in front. One-timer stopped by Memphis Young on Kyle Miller on the back door. Boris throws it cross ice to Jack Weiss. Weiss looks back door to Lemke. Lemke can get a piece of it. Rebound loose in front. Cleared away. Brown the other way. Here comes Heath Brown. 10 seconds to go in the penalty kill. Brown throws a long-range shot. Nice stop by Charlie Wickman with the mask. 5 seconds to go in a Stelmacher penalty. Weiss the other way with speed now. Here comes Jack Weiss down the wall. Drops it below for Vince Baker. Baker and Flood. Now to Lemke on the wall. Dumps it in the backhand. Bryce Boris steps below the goal line. Gives it back to Sean Lemke. Lemke gets it back to Boris. Throws it up top to Kyle Miller. Has it hop his stick. Miller and Flood race for the puck. They battle with each other. Then one's knocked down. Stelmacher goes to it. He gets to it. Highlanders fans wanted a penalty. It's thrown off the wall. It comes to Baxensabo. One-timer fired just wide. Blankenheim can't keep it in. Wagner gets to it in his defensive zone and sets things up as the Ledgers finish the change. Here comes Wagner now. He'll wind things up and bring it with speed. Wagner stops up as he was cut off by Paxton Hoffman. Hoffman chips it up. Wagner and him tie up along the line. Kyle Miller rims it back behind the net. It's picked up by Nate Urban. Urban chips it over for Lalonde. Luke Lalonde got time and space, shoots one pad save Young. Rebound. Good defensive play by Jackson Sabo to clear it away. 2-on-2 the other way. Blankenheim and Bastian. Bastian down the outside, cuts in the middle. Bastian had it poked away. Gala ties up his man Hoffman. Stepping in is Wagner from the point. Urban tries to backhand it out. He does. Chipped up the wall by Ty Wagner. It's turned over to Luke Lalonde. Puck flipped into the Highlanders bench. Whistle blows with 9:22 to go in the second. Shot 16-15 right now. Highlanders out shooting the Ledgers in this period 4-3. Face off in the neutral zone will be BJ Boca to take it against Sam Hansen of the Highlanders. Draw one back to Cleland. He backhands one in. Knocked down by McGurthy. Throws it back up the wall. Baron Boca battles along the wall. Can't get it in deep. Spins and dumps. Boca had enough of it to get it all the way in. Behind the net, it's Nolan McGurthy now. Chips one up. Through the glove of Smizik. It comes to Brown, who throws it cross corner. Ledgers regroup and re-forecheck. It's Baron Boca on the pressure. They drop it for McGurthy. Cross-ice pass right on the tape of Charlie Kasmerick. Pokes it forward for himself, but Heath Brown cuts him off. Brown tries to set it up. He throws it too far for Baron Boca. It's going to be an ice with 8:42 to go in the second period. Is shoulder pain keeping you up at night? For pain relief, Fond du Lac Families trust Aurora Healthcare and Dr. Lauren Potter. And there are many cares or causes of shoulder pain. As a specialist, Dr. Potter has advanced training to take better care of your injury. Learn more at aurora.org/ortho. Face off to the glove-hand side in Memphis, Young Baker against Jack Weiss. Tate Baker wins it back. It's rimmed around, and with speed it comes. Right to Preston Flood, who chips the space to Gala. A nice play to Tate Baker. Makes a move. Baker walks in, shoots it just wide. Getting a piece of it was Charlie Wickman. What a play by Porter Gala to chip it with his skate to space for Tate Baker. Kept into the line by Sobel. Shot coming. Loose in front of the rebound. Can't get to it as Flood as it was cleared away by Pritzlaff. Puck flipped in off sides of the Ledgers. They got to tag back up. It's Ian Pritzlaff now. Pritzlaff throws it cross ice. Flood got a stick on it. Pitched further by Farina. Weiss throws it into the Ledger zone. Gala gets it out. Dumped in by Gabe Farina. Jack Weiss going on the forecheck. Mike Wagner falls down, gets the puck. Rims it around. Flood steps down to pick it up. Throws it into space for Porter Gala. Gala leaves it for Wagner with speed. Pulls to the outside. Tries to work around Lalonde. He ties him up and knocks him down. Big hit from Luke Lalonde. Baker chips for himself in space. Here comes Vince Baker now. 3-on-2 the other way. Working on Blankenheim. Nice stick from Logan Blankenheim. Lalonde throws a wrister from long range. Got tipped and went wide. Flood been out there for a while. Drops it. Makes the drop for Baker. Spins around the backside of the net. Throws it outside the cage and into the netting with 7:19 to go in the second. Highlanders want the face-off outside. Refs say that somebody got a piece of it. Jaden Bastian to take the draw against Mitch Coburn. Neither team able to bury anything in this second period so far. They rim it around for Bryce Boris. Brown steps up in off the point on him. Blankenheim covers. Drops it for Bastian now. Jaden Bastian below the goal line. Works it all the way around for Will Stelmacher. Stelmacher knocked off the puck by Lalonde. Coburn and Lalonde battle for the loose puck with Stelmacher. It's chipped up to Urban, who can't get it out. Turned over. Bastian walks across the top of the zone and dumps it in deep. Mitch Coburn was all over him. 6:50 to go in this second period. Pass off the stick of Bryce Boris. Comes to Jackson Sobel, who gains the red and dumps it in. The Ledgers go for a change. Blankenheim will stay out and forecheck. Blankenheim hounds McGurthy. Brown steps in. Puts his body into Bryce Boris. Puck goes all the way down, no icing. Jackson Sobel up the wall. Knocked down by Coburn. Mitch Coburn now up top to McGurthy. Knocked away by Brown. Brown tied up by Coburn. Coburn comes away with the puck, though. Tate Baker in there to stick lift him. Coburn gets it back. Backhands it below the goal line for Nate Urban. Urban stops up. Poked away by Jackson Sobel. Loose puck comes to Coburn. Pass stolen. They were looking for Vince Baker and cleared all the way down by Logan Blankenheim. Cleveland and Wagner come out on D. They finish the change for Porter Gala on that top line. Sam Hansen, Charlie Kaczmarek, and Jacob Spaulding out there with Baker and Kyle Miller on D for the Highlanders. 6:04 to go in the second period. It's 2-0 Ledgers on a pair of first period goals just a minute and 34 seconds apart. Flood chips it in. A minute and 14 seconds apart, actually. Baker chips it over. Flood walks out. Flood shoots. Saved by Wickman. He holds on. Puck is loose. Him and Gala whacking at each other with 5:43 to go. All kinds of stuff going on here. I know last I checked in the third period, Sauk Prairie and Waupun in the 4-5 matchup in this section were 2-0 Sauk Prairie. Jeff over there for Radio Plus on the call. Jeff Sauer. Flood breaks the stick. He's got to go to the bench. Chipped into space. Wagner can't get there. Baker. Flood gets a new stick off the bench. Kept in by Jack Weiss at the line. Weiss turned it over. Baker now. The other way. Gives it up for Flood. Flood with time and space. Shoots one just wide of the post again. Ledgers make sure they get everybody off before the puck touches them. Heath Brown picks up the puck. Flips it over to Knox Cleland. Cleland throws it cross ice to Blankenheim. All right, sorry, folks. We had a major internet crash here at the Blue Line Family Center. We got it fixed. I got my hotspot running for now. Late in that second period, it was Logan Blankenheim to score for the Ledgers. It was 33 seconds to go with the 16:27 mark, unassisted. Charlie Wickman made 6 saves on 7 shots and 5 saves on 5 shots for Memphis Young. It's 3-0 headed to the third period. I want to apologize to everybody on the Radio Plus side and our sponsors. Trying to get everything up and rolling for you guys. It's just had some real bad internet going on here. Hopefully everything looks fine now and gets you rolling for now. Obviously, my sound didn't work for a little while when I came back as well, so got that up and running. We're looking good for now to start this third period. We're going to take a quick ad break, and we'll come back after this.
Play is everything. It's development, expression, fun, socialization, community, inclusion, connection, adventure, and discovery. We need play at all ages and stages of life to keep us and our communities healthy and happy and full of energy and excitement. Join our movement. Bring intergenerational, inclusive, and developmentally rich play to your community today. Visit bciburke.com and see how play can move you.
Bob's Pizza now has its very own dine-in restaurant. Enjoy a family-friendly atmosphere with a cozy dining room, large game room, beautiful full bar, and even coffee next door from Just Love Coffee. With our expanded menu, your party will have no trouble satisfying the whole family. Delicious, legendary pizza for a legendary city. Bob's Pizza on the Avenue.
Happy fall, y'all. Hi, this is Jackie with All Phase Heating, Cooling, and Geothermal, serving Dodge, Fond du Lac, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. Fall is a time for a whole home duct and dryer vent clean. We'll take care of what can't be seen. Removing dust? For us, that's a must. And a reminder, get on a furnace maintenance plan now so your home is clean and cozy this fall and winter. We are your home for the Coleman Equipment brand. Call 920-763-2301, providing your comfort zone for all seasons.
Hey, it's Bucky. If you're lucky, we'll be faster than a Derby from Kentucky.
Welcome back for the third. Hopefully everything's up and running now. You guys can hear me out there. I think Andy checked before, and internet should be fine for now. I got my hotspot up and running. Got good service here in Fond du Lac, so that'll make a big difference. High School Sports Today and Radio Plus Info.com is about these four: Fond du Lac Edward Jones Financial Advisors, Matt Moses, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellis said. Edward Jones making sense of investing. Face off of the third, one back by Tate Baker into his own zone on his goaltender, Memphis Young. It's played over to Ty Wagner, who reverses it for Preston Flood. For the Highlanders, it's now or never. You're down 3 in the third. Your season on the line. Gala sets it below the goal line for Jackson Sobel. Sobel tied up along the wall. Here comes Jack Weiss out of the corner. Weiss gets it back, throws it towards the net in the legs of Memphis Young, and he hangs on with 16:31 to go in this third period. Just 30 seconds in, a quick chance for the Highlanders. Weiss threw it into the 5-hole. Young holds on. Face off one to the wall. Here comes Preston Flood. Flood dumps it into the far corner. Gala forechecks on Kyle Miller. Flood gets to it. Backhands to Tate Baker. One-timer. Pad save by Wickman. He just got a piece of it. Weiss throws it into Porter. Gala lost in his feet. It comes to Vince Baker. Lemke can't get it out. Wagner steps in, shoots it. Rebounds loose in front. Knocked down. Shot coming. Wickman bites it off and holds on with 15:58 to go in this one. A rough go to start for Charlie Wickman. He has seen a couple shots that he has not seen very well to start. Is shoulder pain keeping you up at night? Aren't you nowhere on the other one? Whether you're in rec leagues or the majors, sitting out through the injury is no fun. If pain has moved you to the sideline, Aurora Sports Health can help. Get you back in the lineup today. Contact aurora.org/sports for a free injury evaluation in their sports health department. Blankenheim drops it back below the goal line, picked off by Bryce Boris. Brown gets to it. Boris battles with him and Nate Urban. Boris chips it out in front, comes to Lalonde, shoots it into the chest of Memphis Young, and he holds on. Another big stop from Memphis Young. Draw one to Flood. Here he comes. Preston Flood gains the blue. Comes down the right wing, spins up on the half wall. Drops it below the goal line for Gala. Gala and McGurthy tie up for it. Pass goes offside, off the back of the net. It comes to Lalonde now, working on Cleveland. Lalonde to the outside. Stops up, shoots it. Pad save, Memphis Young. Nate Urban now. Spins back up top. Urban tries to drop it down low. Flipped out. Urban knocks it down with his glove as he had a streaking Preston Flood. Pass looking for Tate Baker in the middle of the ice. It's Lalonde now. Bumped off the puck by Gala. Runs into Heath Brown. It's Charlie Kasmerick with the puck. Him and Brown bump each other. Jacob Spaulding now in there. Puck comes up top. Shot coming into the chest of Young, and he holds on. Mitch Coburn ripped it right into the logo of the Ledgers. Coburn not thrilled with himself after that shot. Hansen picks it up off the faceoff, dumps it behind the net. Comes all the way around to Blankenheim on the wall. Chipped it up into the neutral zone. It was knocked down. It comes back in deep. Sobel spins away from the check and drops it back down for Ty Wagner. Wagner had the pass stolen by Hansen, but it comes out as Blankenheim got a piece of Jacob Spaulding. Here comes Vince Baker now. Poked away by Ty Wagner. Jaden Bastian backhands one out. Kyle Miller knocks it down and throws it cross ice. Over to Sam Hansen. Off the skates of the official, it comes to Jacob Spaulding. Wagner knocks it back out. It's pitchforked a little bit further on. Baker picks it up in his own zone. Ledgers go for a change as well as the Highlanders. Baker up the wall, finds Charlie Kasmerick. Picked off by Flood. Flood just dumps it in on Charlie Wickman. Knocked off the puck was Kasmerick. It comes to Sam Hansen. Hansen down the wall. Chips it in. Jackson Sobel gets to it. Two Highlanders forecheck, and they give it right away. Pass in the middle of the ice. Nice job by Hansen to get a piece of it with his stick. It was intended for Preston Flood. They were looking for a home run pass on the cross ice all the way down. Sobel gets there. Dumps it in. Off the backhand of Gala. It's Kyle Miller now. Miller and Gala tie up along the wall. Nice move by Miller to dance around Gala. Baker bumps him down. This game has been physical at times. Cross-ice pass off the stick of Tate Baker and off the glass. It comes on the tape of Jack Weiss. It's rimmed all the way around, and Lalonde, fresh off the bench, wasn't ready for it. It's a nice offensive zone face-off for the Highlanders. That's 23-19. Folks, we have a 23-19. You folks at home, I hope everything seems to be up and running now, and I'm not 100% sure. I know Andy looked before, and I think we should be all good now. Pass off the back of the net, comes out in front, and cleared away by Bastian and finds Blankenheim. 2-on-2 the other way. Blankenheim down the outside. Shoots one, scores! Blankenheim over the glove. His second of the game. It's 4-0. The Ledgers early into this third period. Logan Blankenheim rips it over the glove hand side of Charlie Wickman. It's 4-0. Just like that, Charlie Wickman over the glove hand side. Charlie Wickman, again, caught off his angle again and just not in the right spot. So just 4 minutes and 34 seconds into this third period, Logan Blankenheim scores his second of the night. Gabe Brown chips it out, or Heath Brown, chips it down all the way down. It has the juice for an icing with 12:24 to go. We'll see who the assists go on that one. Could be one that was unassisted as well. It was kind of battled around at the top of the blue line. It just barely got out of the zone, and it came right to Blankenheim. They say it's unassisted. The 4:24 mark. Blankenheim picks up a pair. A candidate to talk to after this one is over. Chipped up, kept in by Flood. They say it's offsides. Whistle blows. Thanks, Wisco Hockey. I can't exercise gremlins when the internet doesn't work. When the internet crashes and my camera guy went to get something in the intermission, but the POS system was down, so I knew the internet was really down. We exercised a lot of gremlins to get the internet back up and running. 4-0, the Ledgers lead. Gala gets it back, dumps it in. Gala picks it off in the neutral zone. Soft pass for Ty Wagner. Wagner walks in, shoots it off the stick and into the netting. With 11:44 to go in this one. Jaden Bastian to take the face-off for the Ledgers. Jack Weiss wins it back for the Highlanders. It's rimmed around from Lalonde to Gabe Farina. Here comes Farina with space. Down the wing. Chips it beyond Jackson Sobel. Comes behind the net. Backhands it up top to Lalonde. Bounces over his stick and comes into the neutral zone. Lalonde backhands it in. Sobel picks it up. Throws it over to Blankenheim. Blankenheim 1 goal away from a hat trick for Logan Blankenheim. Pass in front. Scores! What a pass. They find Jackson Sobel. Beats Charlie Wickman over the glove hand side. Blankenheim picks up his third point of the game. It's 5-0. Tipped in front by Jackson Sobel. Actually, I think it was Jaden Bastian that got a piece of it. I think it was Jackson Sobel, actually. I think that's the one who gets that one. What a goal right there. What a pass from Blankenheim. 5-0 now on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Chipped into the neutral zone, dumped back in by Luke Lalonde. Comes behind the net, picked up by Jackson Sobel. Spins away from Nate Urban. That'll be Jackson Sobel from Blankenheim. Shot off the skate. Rebound comes to the wide open man. Shot toe save by Memphis Young. Battle for it. Young loose in front. He holds on. What a stop from Young. Unbelievable. Memphis Young says no on the doorstep. What a save. Ledgers keep playing the way they're playing. If they're goaltender, they can win a lot of hockey games. Alex Smizek going to go to the box, along with Mitch Coburn. Both are probably going to get 2 minutes for having a little bit too much fun with roughing would be my guess. Yep. Coincidental Miners with 10:34 to go in this one.
Get it under control a little bit.
Yep. Don't want it getting out of hand, obviously, especially if you're a Ledgers player. You're like, I don't want to get hurt. I mean, I got a game coming up soon here. It's chipped further. The puck's going to have the backspin now. Flood gets to it. Nice job by Vince Baker to get a stick on it. You know, if there's a guy that you look at in this game from the Highlanders that has been a catalyst-type player for them the entire night, it's been Vince Baker. He's a defenseman, but, you know, he don't move like a defenseman. He's up in the play. He's forechecking. Baker gets it in. Gala's got it and gives it over to Tate Baker. Throws it over to Flood in space. Ledger's going to drop it back, kill some more time, slow things down. Here, Coach Colleen telling his guys, and Brown doesn't gain the red, fires it all the way down. It's an ice with 9:53 to go. I know Coach Colleen is not going to like that. That's happened a couple times tonight. That is, when you are a step away from the red line, there is nothing that aggravates a coach more than not taking that last step and getting the puck deep and not getting the icing. Yep. That one, there was at least a little bit of pressure on him. The first one was Stelmacher, and there was nobody there. Stelmacher's got this one, though. Gives it over. Blankenheim walks in, shoots. Glove save. Wickman, he was looking for the hat trick in the same spot he put the last one. Wickman says no with the glove.
Same exact spot.
Winner of this will take on McFarland. Thanks. I was trying to find that Wisco hockey. So McFarland beats Wapaka 7-1. So right now looking like the Ledgers are going to have to trail their way down to McFarland. And looks like I'll be trailing my way down to McFarland probably. It's Heath Brown now. Tied up along the wall. Nice move by Brown to dance away from Weiss. It comes to Stelmacher. Cross ice, right to Blankenheim. A lot of space for him. Walks in, shoots it, and went off the stick of Vince Baker. He had room once again on the glove side. Wickman was off his angle. Puck flipped further down by Farina. They wave off the icing. Clock ready to tick under 9 minutes to go in this one. Jackson Sobel's got it. Throws it off the glass. Comes out into the neutral zone. It's Kyle Miller. Miller flips it up. Picked off by Blankenheim. It comes to Vince Baker, though. Here he comes. Baker falls down. Ledgers fans, student section really giving it to Vince Baker after he toe-picked. Kyle Miller chips it in, keeps it in. Jackson Sobel gets to it, throws it over to Grayson Mace. Chips it further. BJ Boca with a breakaway. Boca in on net to the backhand, and he runs into Charlie Wickman, and he's probably going to get a penalty. We'll see if they call it, but he definitely got all of them. Nothing seemingly going to come out of this. Officials might have a conversation here. Both teams full strength. Well, not really full strength. The coincidentals are down. Yep, they're going to leave this alone. Going to have a conversation. They're going to drop something off at the bench. Fixing the net. Hopefully Charlie Wickman is all right. Seems to be up under his own power and moving around all right. 8:34 to go in this one. The Boca and Smizek line comes out with Cleland and Wagner on D. Paxton Hoffman takes the draw. Smizek gets the puck and gives it up top to Wagner. Knocked down in front by Hoffman. Big hit right there by Charlie Kasmarek. 2-on-1 the other way. Good back check from Wagner now. Hoffman, good play by Cleveland to lay down and get a piece of it. Wagner turns it over. It's Spaulding behind the net. Spaulding brings it all the way up top, drops it down for Doug Jones. Poked away to Baron Boca. Boca chips it out. Boca in a race with Doug Jones, just flips it in. Puck comes to Nolan McGurthy. Sets up the breakout with Kazmarek right in the middle of the ice to Paxton Hoffman now. Hoffman poked off his stick by Heath Brown. Baron Boca now. Gains the red. Dumps it in. Goes for a change. Under 8 minutes to go in this one. The Highlanders almost ready for their season to be done. Here's Preston Flood now. Tries to kick it to himself. Gives it to Gala. Goes underneath his stick. Nolan McGurthy now the other way. Got nobody with him. They dump it on Memphis Young. He plays it over for Heath Brown. Quick up right on the tape of Tate Baker. Baker waits for some help. Drops it for Preston Flood. Flood drops it back down for Baker below the goal line. Back to Flood. Chips it over the stick. Knocked down by Nate Urban. It comes to Vince Baker. 3-on-2 the other way. Baker, Boris, and Mitch Coburn. Nice move by Baker. Throws it in front just wide on the pad side of Memphis Young. 5-0 it leads on that Quest Interior scoreboard. The Ledgers have offensively exploded in this one. A couple of goals from Blankenheim. Good to see him pot a couple tonight. Goal from Jackson Sobel. Preston Flood and Baker get on the board as well. Official change as they did give Porter Gala the assist on that first goal. Might have been some pleading from me down at the scorers table. I got that fixed for him. 6.5 to go in this one. Heath Brown dumps it below the goal line to Jackson Sobel. Back to Brown. Brown flips into the neutral zone. Bastian had it go off his stick. It comes to Lalonde. Lalonde and Stelmacher tie up. It comes to Mitch Coburn. Coburn fires it in deep. Jackson Sobel behind the net. Urban forechecks. Cycles it back for Heath Brown. Brown, nice move to dance around the check of Vince Baker. Puck comes to Jackson Sobel. Flips it up. Jack Weiss knocks it back into the zone. Cross-ice pass onto the tape of Blankenheim. Blankenheim runs through Lalonde. That's two big guys colliding again. They collided earlier in the game. Wickman tries to cover, lost the puck. Smizek hounds Lalonde. Lalonde gives it over to Gabe Farina. It's thrown around. Blankenheim's going to be the first one to it for the Ledgers. Drops it down to Smizek. Back up top. Smizek fan of the pass. Jack Weiss to Gabe Farina. Farina chips and chases. Knocks Cleveland. Going to be the first one to it. Tied up by Farina. It's in his skates. Kicked it free. Lemke below the goal line. Pass blocked by Ty Wagner. BJ Boca battles with Sean Lemke. Farina tries to pull it away. In his skates. Didn't realize it. He gets it out. Him and Wagner bump each other. BJ Boca rims it around. Doug Jones steps in, gets bumped by Smizek. Cleveland gives it over to Wagner, missed his stick. It comes to Blankenheim. Blankenheim in the middle for BJ Boca. Nolan McGurthy knocks it away. Here he comes, poked away by Flood. Spins away from Charlie Kazmarek. Preston Flood just flips it in. 4:45 to go in this one. Ledgers holding a 5-0 lead. Trying to move on. This part of the game brought to you by Fogel Family Dental. Dr. Dylan Fogel and his team are the new owners of Doyle Kelly Dental on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac. Heath Brown now slowly works back into his own zone and gives it for Preston Flood in the regroup. Flood right in the middle. The Baker just missed him. Wickman has to hold on to it as it was fired on net. Whistle blows with 4:22 to go in this one. They kick out Baker. Flood will have to take the draw. Gala gets it back to Brown. One-timer. He didn't get all of it. Rolling puck from Heath Brown. Didn't get enough of that one. It's Heath Brown in the zone, slowing things down and giving over to Jackson Sobel. Sobel with a lot of time and a lot of space. Fires it into Lalonde. It's knocked wide by Baker. Charlie Kazmarek, fan on the clearing attempt. Vince Baker cleans it up and brings it out. Baker makes a nice move to the middle of the ice. Bumped off the puck by Heath Brown. It comes out into the neutral zone, picked up by Luke Lalonde. Lalonde over to Charlie Kasmarek. Kasmarek gets knocked off the puck. Gets it back, throws one, glove save, Memphis Young, and he holds on with 3:39 to go in this one. Face off one back to Vince Baker. Walks in. Fan on the shot. Baker had all kinds of room to walk in. He was not happy with fanning on the shot. He turned away and left. Memphis Young holds on. Baker probably snapped his stick there. Not too happy with himself. Ledger's looking to move on. They were going to have to go to McFarland and take on McFarland. It's like Vince Baker makes his way to the locker room. Under 3.5 minutes to go in this one, senior forward defenseman Vince Baker. What a career it's been for him. Here comes Jaden Bastian now down the outside. Pass in front. He had Stelmacher. Wagner now. 3:10 to go in this one. Wagner behind the net, brings it all the way up. Back up top, cycles it back down for Jaden Bastian. Bastian throws it cross ice. They're looking to get it to Blankenheim. Logan Blankenheim down to Stelmacher. Tied up. Bastian going to join him. Blankenheim pulls it away. Here he comes on the goal line. Poked off his stick. Stelmacher fan of the shot attempt. Puck comes to Wickman, and he holds on with 2:48 to go in this one.
Baker's back on the bench. Got to go get a new stick.
Got to get a new stick. Snap this stick. That's it. Yep. That's why you always bring your backup to the bench, folks. Face off one back to Jude Ford. Good to see him out there for the Ledgers. See a couple guys, probably a couple different guys get some shifts later in this one for the Ledgers. Puck comes to Sean Lemke. Got Farina in front. He missed him. One-timer, Weiss. He fanned on it. And two guys barrel into the net between Boca and Gabe Farina with 2:31 to go. The whistle blows. Net comes off its moorings. Stick with us for the Fox Valley Savings Bank postgame show. Going to have some interviews after this. Didn't have my mic, so I can't go on the ice, so I'll have them come up here and put the headsets on. The fun side of it. Get the kids up and close with the personable with the camera with Andy. Shots 27-25 in favor of the Ledgers. They've closened throughout the game, but you would say as the Ledgers got deeper into this game, their attacking has lessened a little bit as well. The Highlanders were pressing early in this period, and then kind of had the wind taken out of the sails by that first goal in this third period by Logan Blankenheim. Baker keeps it in at the line, drops it down for Jack Weiss. Weiss turned it over. It comes into the neutral zone to Vince Baker. 2:10 to go in this one. Baker turns it over to B.J. Boca. Dumped in by the Highlanders. Owen McGurthy dumped it in. Sean Lemke gives chase. Sobel turned it over to Lemke. Backhander to Farina. Farina sends it up top, goes through the triangle of everybody and all the way down. Wickman comes out to play. Throws it up the wall to Vince Baker. Baker brings it back into the zone. 1:45 to go in this one. Ledgers looking to move on to take on to McFarland. Nice move, but a good play by Jackson Sobel. Got it with his feet. Puck comes down to Jackson Sobel. Had to pick up his stick, got it back, threw it off the defender and into the netting. I think that hit Juno Farina right in the butt. And into... We'll see Schumacher come out there with Shannon, I think, and Wagner. Get all kinds of new guys out there. Paxton Hoffman out there with Juno Farina, Luke Lalonde. I think they're trying to get too many guys on the ice right now. Mitch Colburn trying to stay out there. He's like, I want to be out here. And he make them come off. Face off one. It's Hoffman, but Brown knocks it away with a good stick lift. Spins away from the forecheck of Paxton Hoffman. Throws a saucer pass onto the tape of Ty Wagner. Wagner can't get it out. McGurthy dumps it back in. Brown ties up Lalonde. Wagner gets the pass from Heath Brown. Wagner puts his head down, drives inside. They dump it in. It's Schumacher going for the loose puck. Dumps it in off of McGurthy. They flip it cross ice, bounces over Farina's stick. Wagner chips it into the neutral zone. Shannon goes for a change. We'll see Neely come out with 54.6 to go in this one. 54.6 seconds to go in this one. 10 o'clock Central Time almost. It's a late one, a late start tonight, especially with the doubleheader. Grayson Mason will come out there with Neely and Preston Flood. Cleveland and Jackson Sobel out there defensively. Ledgers are fired up to see these guys. That's the kind of thing, standing on your feet. Even the student section knew when these kids, they get on the ice, they don't play a ton of minutes, and when they get out there, it's a big deal. And to get yourself into a game like this in a playoff game, get these kids some experience. Big hit by Sobel in the neutral zone. Him and Coburn tie up, and they're going to bump each other a little bit. I think they're going to take both of them and put them in the box. Mitch Coburn a little bit frustrated. Him and Jackson Sobel are going to go into the penalty box. Coburn, one of those seniors on this Highlanders team. We will talk about all those seniors for the Highlanders. Mitch Coburn, a senior. Charlie Kasmarek, a senior. Vince Baker, a senior. Bryce Boris, a senior. Lalonde and McGurthy are seniors as well. Impactful crew of seniors for this Highlanders program. With 40.5 seconds to go, they try to get all of them out there at one time together, and that's exactly what they do. One last time for these guys to get out there on the ice together. Mace chips it over to Flood. Nice toe drag by Preston Flood with 25 seconds to go. Lalonde knocks it away. They come the other way with Vince Baker now. Wagner forces him to the outside. Baker throws one off the stick of Wagner. 15 seconds to go in this one. Wagner gets knocked down. It comes to Heath Brown. Brown throws it into the neutral zone. He was looking for Mace. The bouncing puck went through everybody. It's offsides. The whistle blows with 6.6 to go in this one. Ledgers know who they will take on. They will take on... look at that. Officially the last game of the night is said so. Nobody went in deep into overtime. The Brookfield KMMO game just finished. Draw one to the wall by the Highlanders. It's McGurthy now. Drops it out in front. Knocked away. Puck is loose. That'll do it. Memphis Young puts together a playoff shutout. The Ledgers win 5-0 on the back of a pair of goals coming from Logan Blankenheim. We'll take a quick break. 5-0 Ledgers win. Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show coming up after this.
Okay, let's start with some clouds. Some mountains over there. And finally, a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagle Petra today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
This game is powered by C. Broxma Electric of Waupun. C. Broxma Electric has serviced the electrical needs for Waupun and the surrounding area for over 18 years. From small residential jobs to agricultural, industrial, and commercial jobs, they do it all. For quality work and prompt, courteous service, contact your State of Wisconsin licensed electrical contractor in our area. C. Broxma Electric at 920-319-1614 or check them out online at cbelectric.net.
Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac. Making your move and storage of goods simple.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 68 North Main Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, located at 201 South Marr Street. Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. And Matt Helmer, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Did you know that Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake offers Casasa Rewards checking accounts? All Casasa Rewards accounts include refunds on ATM withdrawal fees. When you meet the monthly qualification criteria, there's no monthly maintenance fee and no minimum balance requirement. Best of all, you get rewarded for things you probably do anyway, such as using your debit card and setting up a direct deposit. Discover the benefits of opening a Casasa Rewards checking account at Ergo Bank of Marquezan and Fox Lake.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients.
We'll do a quick little recap here, back here on the post-game show on Radio Plus, Media Sports, and Jeff's live streams with the Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show. Looking for a loan with no hassle, they can help. Local bank, local lenders, your local community bank, Fox Valley Savings Bank. This one was a great game from the Ledgers. It was physical all night long. This was fun to watch. I mean, this was playoff hockey. Everything we anticipated to be here tonight, this is exactly what it was. You're going to hear from Coach Kevin Colleen and Logan Blankenheim in just a few moments, but I thought the Ledgers really stepped it up tonight. The physicality for them was an issue throughout the year. I think wasn't it that I think they played bad in, and I think that there was just a little bit of a stoppage, or they have guys that don't always play like that. But this guy coming up the stairs is one of them that plays a very physical brand of hockey. We'll give him the headset. I know he's probably never done one of these before, so he'll put it up, and I'll have him tuck it up just like that.
All right.
Logan, good game.
Thank you.
Pair of goals for you tonight, but I know, Coach, we talked about the physicality of the Highlanders as you walked off the ice, but you guys matched it inch for inch tonight in that physicality. And the playoff-style hockey, is a big difference. Obviously, you not experiencing a ton of it yet. What did you see from it tonight?
Well, they definitely came out a lot harder than last game, and they were definitely a lot more aggressive when we started putting up a few more points on them, which was kind of a struggle, but we ended up overcoming it.
The shot for you tonight was very good. I mean, obviously, Wickman was a little bit off his angle on the last one. You see that when you come down the wing like that? Or are you even looking at the net?
I mean, so I saw him slide over, which I didn't try to go top right. I just tried to shoot right side at all. Hope it goes in. Pray for the best.
I thought your line tonight was extremely physical, especially Stelmacher. He likes to get into stuff, but you guys, I think, brought the physicality early for you guys. Is that key for you guys going down the road?
I think it is, yes. One of our coaches actually had a great speech before the game, which really got our line pumped up, and I don't know, it was just a great game for us.
All right. We'll see you, I don't even know next week. When do you play? Thursday?
I think Tuesday.
Kevin, what day next week? Tuesday? Thursday?
Is it
Tuesday?
Tuesday.
At McFarland. We'll see you Tuesday at McFarland. All right. Give it to Kevin. Yeah, you come on in. Oh, yes, they did. Yes. Okay. Yeah. They beat Wapaka 7-1. Gotcha. You're the last game of the night, I had someone say in the chat you finished right up before Brookfield and KMMO. Last game of the night.
Who won that one?
I don't know. I didn't look.
We'll find out.
We'll find out later. But Coach, you and I had just chatted briefly about the physicality of tonight's game. Wow, the Highlanders brought it, but you guys matched it, I thought.
Yeah, we expected that, right? It's their last
game of the season. They got some proud kids over there. They're well coached, and they gave us all we could handle.
Your goaltender again. I mean, I think we beating a dead horse, keep saying it, but another great game from him tonight, a shutout and a 5-0 win. But I think what doesn't get mentioned enough is the play in front of him, the clearing of the pucks. I thought actually a guy we haven't seen a ton of because he had the appendix thing. Knox Cleland has been getting more minutes, and I think in terms of the cycling from him, reversing the play, I think he's becoming more comfortable in that role.
Sure, yeah. What a great experience for a freshman to get that many minutes in his first playoff game, right? Yeah, he's been playing well the last 5, 6, 7 games. You can see him get more confident, better and better as he goes, and he's learning on the fly.
Coach Blankenheim with a pair tonight. You dug deep, actually. You got some depth scoring tonight. You had a weird one from Flood, an early one from Baker, but I thought the forecheck was good all night, and finishing the checks on the forecheck was key for me. I know we talked about it in the pregame, but you guys did it all night long.
Yeah, we didn't want to. Early on, they played hard that first 5, 8 minutes. I almost thought we were getting outworked a little bit, but we worked on what they do and how we are going to attack it and suffocate them and not let them even get started. Logan Blankenheim, what an effort, right? That goal to use his power and speed and size and shield that guy off. But yeah, the play in front of Memphis is playing great. But when we play strong team defense, that he had a couple great saves, but for the most part, we're doing what we need to do in front of him. It makes his job easy, and when he's playing well.
I feel bad for Blankenheim. He's not going to be able to go back and watch it on here because the internet died on me. So I had to get my hotspot up and rolling to start the third period. But for you guys, I know obviously you talk about how you want the games to be tight checking and key for you guys. What can you take out of this game? Obviously, playing this Homestead team early in the playoffs, a bigger and physical team, knowing that you're going to play McFarland now.
Yeah, I mean, it's playoff hockey. I expect to get the same effort from every team. If you're should be battling for every inch of ice at this point, right? Like we talk about the hits double. The intensity, there's the preseason intensity trying to make a team regular season intensity, playoff intensity. It's a whole new ball game. So with our group of seniors, and then you saw the third line and green line get in there quite a bit and get them getting experience, and the leadership that we have up front, it just prepares us now for another tough battle coming up.
Coach,
Tuesday.
I hope you go back and watch the one part of the game where you had like 3 guys that didn't get to the red line, and I mentioned it, and I'm looking over at you, and I'm laughing because you're freaking out. I know one of them was Stelmacher, 2 steps.
One step.
And there was nobody in front of him.
And that's, they know that, and they recognize it right away, and I don't get any feedback now, right? So it's those little things that will make a difference in a playoff game. So
I should have asked Blankenheim if when I was playing at the time, when he started playing out, his dad was friends with my parents, he used to get my sticks. So I should have asked him if it was one of my sticks that got him 2 of them tonight. But what a game from you guys. Obviously you're excited to be moving on, but it's a lock back in and get ready and roll. And I know you're probably going to go home and start watching stuff on McFarland tonight.
That was the post-game speech, right? Great effort. That's how you do it. And I'm going to go start working in about 10 minutes here.
All right. We'll see you next Tuesday. Yeah. We'll probably talk to you on Monday.
Hopefully.
It's good to see you, Coach.
Thanks.
We'll finish up the Fox Family Savings Bank post-game show here with the Marian University Player of the Game. Log on, marianuniversityedu.com to get started today, and that is Logan Blankenheim. What a game from him. Pair of goals and an assist. The effort was there. The physicality was there from Blankenheim. He looked like that he was really integrated in the playoff hockey style. BCI Burke Play of the Game. Log on Burke Careers for the play that moves you. There was one stop by Memphis Young with the toe where he was laying on his back. He found his way back, scrambled, and covered the puck in the third period. I'll put that down as my Marian University Play of the Game. Log on Burke Careers.com for the play that moves you. AirTech presents our next game broadcast. We'll get that stuff up on the screen for you tomorrow. Hockey fans, we'll be actually in De Pere covering Fond du Lac as they take on the De Pere Voyagers in the 2-7 matchup in Division 1. Should be a great game. Those two teams played a 2-1 game earlier in the season. Springs in Mayville, boys basketball, another good one that'll come on, and Cabell Sport. Lamira boys basketball, man. Lamira is rolling right now in the Flyweight Conference. They clinched the Flyweight Conference Championship, trying to have an undefeated regular season in the Flyweight Conference. This has been Justin Schwartzmiller alongside Andy Staplefeld here on Radio Plus. I'm going to apologize for the little bit of internet issues. Jeff's live streams and in conjunction with them. We're going to be back on air for some more hockey tomorrow. Ledgers fans, you get another week of me and Jeff at least. It will be here we'll be on the road on Tuesday in McFarland for sure. Basketball's coming up. It is a busy season for us, but it is fun. Playoff hockey is rolling. Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Our sponsors include
Hoekstra's Greenhouse, Katie's Log Cabin, Generations Lanes, and Angling Only.
Pino Construction, Verhaeg's Furniture, Schaefer Auto,
Coal, Oil, and Propane, Witt Services,
Lidkey Lumber, Hoffs of Brownsville, Municipal Well and Pump,
All Phase Heating, Cooling Geo, Back in Action, Brock Fleischer, Homestead Realty,
Ergo Bank Lamira, Maxwell Plumbing, Metalcraft of Mayville,
Michaels Corporation, Quest Interiors, Schroffnagel Implements,
Surefire Heating and Cooling, Westfall Printing and Graphics, Bristol Morgan Bank, Marshview Veterinary Clinic, Mayville Savings Bank, Bernard Plumbing, Keller Building,